And so we are here at the outside unit of the air conditioning without the noise cancellation, just normal recording. And so I've switched now to the noise cancellation. Let's see how the difference is. Now we go a little bit closer. Hi guys, short microphone comparison between the A6 microphone, the J6 microphone, and the AirHawk microphone. I've been testing already a lot of wireless Lavalier microphones, maybe about 10 or so in the last 5 years. So I've definitely seen a lot. By the way, I've also tested the DJI Mic Mini just recently, and it was really nice, except from some problem and it broke. So I'm now concentrating on the comparison of these three microphones. Why do I compare them? First thing, this is the AirHawk, which I'm currently using. That's the microphone which you hear now. I'm wearing it here. I really love it. It has just two big problems. We can only use it properly when we have the noise cancellation activated. Without the noise cancellation, the quality is really bad. And with the noise cancellation, sometimes it's a little bit inconsistent. And on the microphone itself, we don't see if the noise cancellation is activated. And on the receiver, unfortunately, you can't see that. It's plugged into my camera. It's also a little bit hard to see because it's really small. Also, the transmission distance is a little bit on the lower side. So that is definitely better with the J6. I think it's a generic brand, and I'm pretty sure it's the same manufacturer as for the A6. So that's the reason why I'm comparing this here. Comes with a nice cradle, really nice everything here inside. And we have some nice charge indicator here, first thing for the cradle itself. And we can see also if both of the microphones are charging. For all these three microphones, we don't have wind socks, but usually it's not such a problem, especially when we wear it inside like I do here. I think the quality of the J6 was absolutely phenomenal. Even already without the noise cancellation activated, it had some light noise cancellation, which I liked. Almost impossible to hear, but it reduced a little bit the background noise. And so I'm expecting same thing from this one here. Microphone quality is actually for the class absolutely awesome, at least comparable to a DJI Mic Mini. What I didn't like too much with the J6 is the very thick build, and especially this clip here. It's magnetic clip. I mean, it's a nice thing, but we cannot use it independently. When we want to use the magnet, we always have to use the clip as well. It's not a huge thing, but that's also a big improvement here. And as far as I remember, on the receiver, we didn't have any information regarding noise cancellation. We had it here on the microphone, but not on the receiver with the J6. And as far as I know, that's also improved with the A6. And so let's do the unboxing here for the A6. Couple of information. And so here we have it. Accessories on the side. A little bit difficult to grab. Could have been easier. Yeah, a bit hard to open, but now we have it. And so we get two of these clips. We have also a magnet inside, similar to the J6. We get the USB-A to modern USB-C charging cable. And now we have the charging cradle. You can see compared to the J6, yeah, definitely quite smaller and it's more beautiful. And so let's open that. And so here we are. Let's see regarding everything. By the way, also something regarding some other microphones like the DJI Mic Mini microphone, and also regarding the AirHawk. The receivers have been very large, especially the DJI. It's also very thick. And when you have it plugged into USB-C and you drop your phone accidentally, which has happened to me, then it can damage the USB-C plug, and that has destroyed totally the receiver of my DJI mic. So that's much better. Here you can see how thin this is. Definitely not thicker than a phone. Really small. I like that. And let's see if the microphone is also smaller. Come a little bit closer here. I hope you can see that. Here on this side, that's the J6, and here we have the A6. They have reduced the size and the weight. And what's awesome is that it comes with this magnet here, so we can use it with the magnet or we can use it with the clip, depending on your preference. Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. Yeah, when I look at it, it's definitely very, very clear that it was the same manufacturer or is the same manufacturer as for the J6, which wasn't or is an awesome microphone. Of course, we have to remove this blue tape. Down here we have the pins, so we have to align them. Okay, this one too. We see the charge level of the cradle and we can see that both of the microphones are charging. And so before we do the actual microphone test, I wanted to show you buttons, connections, these things. By the way, here I'm recording with the J6 microphone, so you can hear the difference to the AirHug microphone. J6, a really decent microphone, but maybe it's a little bit overdoing on the bass sound, I had the impression. So what we can see here, I mean, it's a nice, small, beautiful cradle, but especially if you have larger fingers or so, could be difficult to grab this stuff here. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's not super easy. I wished it would be a little bit easier. By the way, actually, I put this back into the cradle, start with just one microphone, plug in the receiver into this microphone. You can see we get a green light and here also green light. So at the beginning they are flashing green and as soon as they are connected they are both green. So that means they are ready to record. With some phones you get information that is recording from USB. Here that's not the case, so I leave it like that. Down here you have a button and it looked somehow that this is a button which you can use to change the mode on the microphone. We have 4 different modes, and so I thought when we click here, can watch here, I thought it's changing the mode, but it's not doing anything. The only thing which I see we can do is double click, and so it shows blue. I hope you can see that now, blue in the center, and in the instructions manual they call it force pairing or lock pairing button. So what is it actually, what is it doing? We can see that here when we open the cradle again, take out the second microphone, and you can see starts blinking green, and usually it would connect as a second microphone to the same receiver, but it's not doing that because we have activated the lock. So it's actually not a force pairing, it's really a lock pairing. And as soon as we remove the lock with a double push again, blue goes away and it's connecting the second microphone. So we have 2 times green here, green, green. And so both of the microphones are connected. They can be used at the same time. There's no interference. When you have 2 people talking to each other, you can give a microphone to each one and everything will be recorded very naturally. You don't have to be worried. That's the idea. Now the thing is that even with 2 microphones, we can give it a lock. I hope you can see that. So we can lock it in this situation. I don't know what's the meaning of that because we can only connect 2 microphones, but maybe it's preventing from any other microphones to be connected. That's probably anyway the only reason. I mean, of course, you can give this microphone to a person, and while this person is preparing for the interview, you don't want to have it connecting, but you can turn it off anyway. I think with a long press, can see you could also do this one. So I don't see a lot of benefit for this lock. I've never seen that with any other microphone till now. By the way, if you're having problems to reconnect the 2 microphones to the receiver, just put everything back into the cradle, take everything out, and it should be reconnected again. There's no actual reconnection function. So we put this one back here. Charging cradle definitely has less charge compared to the J6, but it still has enough. I mean, this lasts probably for a week or 2 of recording. For most influencers, maybe even more. And so we are here in the noise cancellation mode and we push here. We have already seen pushing here on the receiver doesn't change the mode. Can do this again. The only thing is the lock. But when we want to change the mode, we have to do this on the microphone itself. I push here again, goes into mute. But of course I'm recording with the J6, so it doesn't have any influence. Click again, goes into reverberation. Don't like this thing. I don't know why microphone manufacturers keep adding reverberation to such microphones. I wish they kept it more clean and didn't add reverberation, but at least they didn't add voice changing. When we click again, goes into noise reduction, click again, goes into normal recording. When we take it out, goes into noise reduction. And now after seeing the lights and listening to the J6 microphone, of course, you want to listen to the A6 microphone as well. And so finally, I'm recording from the A6 microphone. I have it here, can hold it down here or into the center. By the way, it's recording in the normal mode without noise reduction. That was a little bit far away. Now we go a little bit closer, and probably when I was very close, you heard a little bit of a pop effect. It's not terrible. It's pretty good, I would say. So under normal circumstances, definitely doesn't need a windsock extra pop filter or something like that. But we can hear the difference. It's a little bit less bass sound. I think it's actually more natural compared to the J6, something I really like, but probably you can hear a little bit of background noise without the noise cancellation. I think it has already a little bit of built-in noise cancellation in the normal mode. I've tested that outside on the air conditioning unit, and so we are here at the outside unit of the air conditioning without the noise cancellation, just normal recording. I've been very surprised outside at the very loud air conditioning unit that I could still understand me nice and clear in the normal mode without noise cancellation. So I think that's a good mode for most of the situations. I wished they activated that by default. But of course also the noise cancellation mode is really nice, even super nice actually. And so I have it here is the second microphone. And so you can see I'm recording now from both of the microphones. Both are connected now. Here on the left side from my side, this one has deactivated the noise cancellation. And so I switch now to the microphone with the noise cancellation. That's the one with the noise cancellation. And as far as I've been testing that before, it has been working absolutely phenomenal. I actually couldn't hear a change in my voice. Still sounds very, very natural. So you could also use this mode actually all the time. And it does a phenomenal job on noise reduction. When I was outside, tested the noise reduction on the outside unit of the AC, it removed all the noise completely. And so I've switched now to the noise cancellation. Let's see how the difference is. So you have to be a little bit careful when you have this turned on. Your voice is still there, but everything in the background probably removed. What's awesome is that it doesn't just work like a noise gate. Even some Rode microphones, they just have a noise gate, noise cancellation. So this one here doesn't just work with a noise gate. This really removes actively, constantly the noise in the background. Yeah, definitely the best noise cancellation I've ever heard or ever seen so far. So let's go back to the natural sound. Probably you can hear also some sound from the background. I have a ceiling fan on outside. My wife is doing the cooking. Maybe you can hear that. So I removed that totally, put it back. And now I'm only recording with the microphone with the activated noise cancellation. Yeah, it's an awesome thing. I think great upgrade compared to the J6. I don't really understand the naming or numeration. Why upgrading from J6 to A6? But I mean, it's not my company and they did really a great job. Unfortunately, we still don't have any indication about the mode on the receiver. I really wished they had it on the receiver as well, and not only here, but here on the microphone is more important. So I don't really complain about that. I would say also the sensitivity of the microphone is great. Absolutely nothing to complain. Back again to the charge. This cradle here has a little bit less charge compared to the J6, but it's still okay. And what I like here is that we can charge it even with PD charge, USB-C to USB-C. And on the receiver, we have also pass-through charging. So even while we have the receiver plugged into our phone, we can still charge our phone. And it's definitely smaller, more lightweight. That has always been a little bit one of my complaints regarding the J6. The microphones have been a little bit on the heavier, larger side. So now is this one here, we have a really great upgrade. And by the way, this is not a sponsored review. I paid normal full price. It's very important to know nobody is expecting a positive review from my side, but it's still on the very, very positive side. And so maybe you want to see how this looks here on my shirt. Also very important to know the sensitivity. For example, when we have it here is really, really good. For example, comparable to the J6 or so, or also similar to the AirHawk, but definitely more reliable. That's the big thing here. Was already great on the J6. And so it looks like this one has the same reliability, something which is very, very important for microphones. And so even though it's not absolutely perfect, but I mean, for the price, we cannot beat this microphone here. At least I have never seen something like that. I mean, the Neewer KW23 was pretty close, but a little bit inconsistent. I would say this one even better than the newer microphone. And so even though I hope they can do some small upgrades, especially regarding notifications, buttons, these things, other than that, regarding microphone quality for the price, an option which you cannot beat. I'm pretty sure about that. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order one for you if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or want to share your own experience with this microphone, then just let us know down in the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.